I'm Blake Anthony, and this is The Real Real.
I don't know what's going on exactly between, as Akib points out, between Dianna and Coach Vrabel. It's not a good look. I'm going to talk quickly about something no one ever talks about, and it's the game within the game. It's the deal that gets made, the unwritten, unsaid deal between the reporter / in my case, columnist, and the star player, or any player for that matter. He's going to say to me, basically, between the lines, I'll be available for you 24/7. You can text me anytime, call me anytime, I'll return your call. I'm going to give you great quotes. Every once in a while, off the record, I'm going to give you little scoops, maybe not bombshells, but little scoops about what's really going on inside this football team. The deal we're going to make is, in return, I want your protection, where you don't write that negatively about me. If I have a bad game, you kind of gloss over that. If I misbehave a little bit off the field and I get tripped up in something, you're not going to try to run me out of town over that. In my early days, I have seen several female reporters have something with an athlete or a coach and cross the line. And early on, it outraged me because you're selling out. These women started getting scoops, like big scoops, because of their relationships inside a team. Similarly, I have seen male reporters / columnists become friends with players and coaches to the point that they socialized. And that would outrage me also, because I'm like, I'm not going to cross that line, because I'm going to remain completely objective, because if you do mess up on the field or off the field, I'm going to say so. You know, to Diana's point, she's very good at what she does professionally. She's very good. And ironically, and maybe fittingly, she has been out front in reporting on A.J. Brown's issues in Philadelphia. And then if you want to put 2 + 2 together, is he bound for New England at some point with Coach Vrabel? Okay. You know, was she encouraged inside? I'm just throwing out, these are the things that those pictures, these are the questions that they're going to raise, right?
What up, y'all? It's your boy Blake Anthony with another Real Real. I guess I might as well jump in on the hot topic of Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel's relationship, whatever it is. All you got is photos and videos. Don't know the context of them. I'm just going to speak on the topic and how, if something like that is really true, keyword, if something like that is really true, how it affects teams, players, and stuff like that. That's what I'm going to talk about. Not saying it's real or it's true, but I'm just going to talk about how it affects everything. So, first and foremost, y'all hear me when I rant, rave, and get upset and stuff like that. Narratives. Keep telling y'all, people have narratives. Teams have narratives. Air agents have narratives. And we're going to talk about all of that and how it affects everything when you have somebody on the media, on the inside. Well, you have a person on the media, and the media has you, the insider of a team, that can leak out information that favors you getting news out first and accurately as a reporter or a news personnel, social media person, and you as an agent or a team or a player, and how it affects both sides. So the first is, like I said, narratives, whatever that narrative is. Breaking news the fastest and what's more accurate helps, obviously, your credibility as a media personnel. The pressure of being first, and not only being first, but being right. You don't want to be first and then be wrong. Then people are going to slander you. That's just the internet. That's the way the internet works. Work behind the scenes. And that's what I'm talking about with agents and things. What I mean by that is, like, so we're going to talk about, again, I don't know if it's accurate. I'm just going to talk about it in its entirety. Dianna Russini and Mike Vrabel. So we all know Vrabel worked out in Tennessee for a while and drafted A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has some issues with the Philadelphia Eagles and has made several gestures about coming to the Patriots, who now the coach is his former coach, Mike Vrabel. So how that plays into everything is, now everybody's going to go back and look at everything Russini had to say about A.J. Brown, the Eagles, and the Patriots, and look at it at a different spin because you guys are caught out, hanging out, having affairs. Whatever's happening, I don't know what's happening, but that's just what's been said. I'm just saying if that's the case. Now they have to look at it in a different light for you trying to essentially tamper with the situation to try to get to lower A.J. Brown's value so the Eagles won't want much for him to trade him, or push the narrative that the Patriots need to move forward and pick him up. Agents can do that, spill information to media members to help leverage, or teams can do that to help drop the value of a player, market value for a player. They can raise the market value or drop a market value. It's a dirty game, but that's how it works, man. And that's why I tell you guys, don't get so caught up in your fandom to not see what happens around you. Everybody's not doing the right thing. Everybody gets so into it in politics. Media is a part of politics as well. Owning a business is a part of politics as well. There's all types of games. A business is going to protect its greatest asset and its business and things like that, and its image, to keep the business running and keep people in that business getting paid and the business flourishing. So it'll do anything if it's to detriment somebody's career and lower their value to make them not seem like the bad guy, or the player is going to do the opposite, make the team look like the bad guy and they're not the bad guy, to help their market value. And media members have a influence on that. I mean, there's tons of speculations about that. I've heard several from players. You guys know I'm friends with a lot of guys and some agents around the league, and we talk about stuff like that. Like I said, I don't get on here. I'm not here to ruin somebody's career or do anything like that. Like I said, I could get a lot of followers, a lot of clicks and likes if I decided to say some of the things I say. Obviously, I'll have to show some type of credibility to it, but I don't want to do that because I never wanted to do this to get into that. I could say right now, and there's guys close to me that know you have that kind of stuff happening right in Tampa Bay. Like I said, I've said this for years off record. There's videos and stuff that float around that haven't gone away. It would make national news about some people in your Tampa Bay media that are doing said things like this with members that are employed with the team. Whether it's a player, or I'm not giving you anything, I'm say whether it's a player or a person that works for the team, to get insider information, or that's just what they want to do. Agents as well. It happens, man. And like I said, there's videos and things out there that we don't want to get out, but like I said, I'm just saying it happens all around. And she wouldn't be the first. He wouldn't be the first to do that. And I'm sure they won't be the last. But I'm just saying, look at things from a broad spectrum. That's what I would kind of want to put this out to you. Look at it from a broad spectrum. When you look at things, how does the leverage of something happen like that, and things like that. Like I told Jamal, I'll use this one as an example. I'll tell Jamal J. Buck Sanders at the beginning of the season last year about Rachaad White possibly leaving the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and was going to be bitter. And I said, why? Because if you play Rachaad White, his market value is going to raise up, and he's going to want more money. If you take away some of his carries and his market value about way he presented in the media and things like that, it'll hurt his market value if the Bucs really want to decide to keep him. And I'm not saying there's anything funny going on with that. I'm just using one as an example. That's just how things go like that. I've seen New England Patriots do that with like Malcolm Butler. You don't play him in the Super Bowl, he becomes a free agent, then he can't get the big money signing when he wants to leave the team. Like, it happens all the time. So I'm just putting this out there. I want you guys to think and look at things from a different light so you can see and not get so caught up in believing that everything the media gives to you and puts out to you is real. That's all I'm saying. I'm Blake Anthony. You're the master of everything. What you do with your life, what you do is entirely up to you. What do you guys think? Let me know. Put your comments down there. Like, click, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.